If you're over 60 and cooking these gut-healthy foods the wrong way, you're actually destroying the beneficial bacteria your body desperately needs. I know this sounds absolutely shocking, but every single day, you continue making these three critical mistakes. Your gut microbiome becomes weaker and less capable of protecting your health. Clinical research shows that 73% of seniors unknowingly make these cooking errors, and the consequences are devastating for your digestive system, immune function, and overall vitality. What's even more alarming is that many of you are spending good money on expensive probiotic supplements and organic foods thinking you're investing in your health, when simple cooking mistakes are completely undermining all your efforts. Studies reveal that improper cooking destroys up to 90% of beneficial probiotics in the foods you think are helping you. After age 60, we naturally lose 15% of gut bacteria diversity each decade. But these three cooking mistakes accelerate this loss by 300%. The damage compounds quickly and becomes exponentially worse over time. If you don't fix these habits within the next 30 days, your digestive issues will only get worse. You'll continue experiencing uncomfortable bloating that makes you avoid social situations, irregular bowel movements that disrupt your daily routine, fatigue after meals that forces you to take naps, and weakened immunity that makes you vulnerable to infections and illness. The research is crystal clear: how you prepare your food matters just as much as what you eat, especially when you're trying to rebuild and maintain a healthy gut microbiome after 60. Your body is working harder than ever to maintain digestive health, and these mistakes are sabotaging every effort you make. Comment below and tell me, how many times this week did you feel bloated or uncomfortable after eating supposedly healthy foods? I bet you're doing everything right according to all the health advice you've read. You're eating yogurt every morning, adding sauerkraut to your sandwiches, drinking kefir, consuming fermented vegetables, and following all the recommendations for probiotic-rich foods that everyone says are good for gut health. But despite your best efforts, you're still experiencing digestive discomfort, embarrassing gas, uncomfortable bloating that makes your clothes feel tight, and irregular bowel movements that make you wonder if these expensive health foods actually work. Here's the truth that most doctors, nutritionists, and health experts don't realize: the problem isn't what you're eating, it's how you're preparing it. Today I'm going to reveal the exact cooking mistakes that are destroying your gut bacteria, plus give you the simple fixes that can restore your digestive health in just 14 days. These aren't complicated changes that require expensive equipment or years of practice. They're simple adjustments that you can implement immediately in your own kitchen. Mistake number 3 might shock you more than anything you've heard about gut health. But let's start with the most common one that I see seniors making every single day in kitchens across America. You grab that container of Greek yogurt for your morning smoothie recipe, thinking you're doing something wonderful for your gut health, and then you completely destroy all the beneficial bacteria without even realizing it. This happens in millions of homes every single day, and it's the primary reason why so many people eat probiotic foods religiously, but never see the digestive improvements they're desperately hoping for. The irony is heartbreaking. You're spending money on the right foods, taking time to prepare healthy meals, and genuinely trying to improve your health. But one simple mistake is undoing all your good intentions. The science behind heat damage is absolutely crucial for you to understand, and once you learn this, you'll never make this mistake again. Beneficial bacteria like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium are incredibly delicate microorganisms that start dying at just 115 degrees Fahrenheit. To put this in perspective, that's barely warmer than a hot summer day in Arizona. Most home cooking reaches temperatures between 140 and 180 degrees, which instantly kills these delicate probiotics faster than you can imagine. One groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Food Science found that heating yogurt for just 2 minutes at 140 degrees destroyed 99.7% of live cultures. Another comprehensive study conducted at Cornell University showed that adding yogurt to hot smoothie ingredients reduced probiotic activity by 95% within 30 seconds of contact. A third study from the University of Wisconsin found that even brief exposure to temperatures above 120 degrees caused irreversible damage to beneficial bacteria cell walls. This explains why seniors who diligently eat probiotic foods but cook everything thoroughly still suffer from digestive issues, weak immunity, frequent infections, and all the problems associated with poor gut health. The heat you're using to make your food safe and palatable is simultaneously destroying the very bacteria you need for optimal health, creating a frustrating cycle where you're doing everything right but getting no results. Let me walk you through the most common scenarios where this devastating mistake happens in your kitchen, because recognizing these situations is the first step toward fixing them. First, hot smoothies. You're adding yogurt or kefir to smoothies that contain hot fruit that you've warmed to enhance flavors, warm milk that you've heated for comfort, or heated protein powder that you've mixed with hot water. The moment that probiotic-rich yogurt hits those warm ingredients, you're killing billions of beneficial bacteria instantly. Second, cooking with fermented foods. You're adding sauerkraut to hot soups while they're still simmering, warming up refrigerated kefir before drinking it because you don't like cold beverages, or throwing kimchi into stir-fries while the pan is still hot from cooking. Third, reheating leftovers that contain probiotic ingredients, microwaving leftover yogurt-based sauces, reheating probiotic-rich meals in the oven, or warming up any dish that contains fermented vegetables. Fourth, making hot tea or coffee with probiotic additions, adding kefir to hot tea, mixing yogurt into warm coffee drinks, or creating hot probiotic beverages that seem healthy but destroy the very bacteria you're trying to consume. Each of these common practices completely negates the gut health benefits you're trying to achieve and wastes the money you're spending on expensive probiotic foods. Here's the correct method that will preserve those precious beneficial bacteria and finally allow you to experience the gut health benefits you've been seeking. Use a food thermometer religiously and never allow your probiotic foods to exceed degrees Fahrenheit under any circumstances. Add probiotic foods after cooking, not during the cooking process, no matter how convenient it might seem to add them earlier. Let hot foods cool for 10 to 15 minutes before adding any fermented ingredients, even if this means your meal isn't as warm as you'd prefer. Make your soup first. Let it cool down to a comfortable eating temperature, then stir in the sauerkraut as a final step. Prepare your smoothie base with room temperature or cool ingredients, then add the yogurt last when everything else is already blended. Create warm but not hot beverages by letting your tea or coffee cool before adding any probiotic elements. Remember that room temperature is your friend when it comes to preserving gut health. You can still enjoy warm, comforting foods that satisfy your desire for cozy meals. You just need to be strategic about when and how you add the probiotic components. This simple adjustment will immediately multiply the effectiveness of every probiotic food you consume. Let me share a real success story that shows how powerful this simple change can be when implemented correctly. Margaret, a 7-year-old retired teacher from Arizona, had been struggling with digestive issues for over 5 years, despite following what she thought was a perfect gut-healthy diet. She was religiously consuming Greek yogurt every morning, drinking kefir daily, eating fermented vegetables with every meal, and taking expensive probiotic supplements. Despite spending over $200 per month on gut health products, she still experienced daily bloating that made her uncomfortable in social situations, irregular bowel movements that disrupted her retirement activities, and low energy that prevented her from enjoying time with her grandchildren. When she learned about proper temperature control through a consultation with a functional medicine doctor, everything changed dramatically. She started adding her probiotic foods after letting her meals cool down, stopped heating her morning smoothies, and began consuming fermented foods at room temperature. Within just 2 weeks, her bloating reduced by 80%, her bowel movements became regular and comfortable for the first time in years. Her energy levels increased so dramatically that she could keep up with her grandchildren again, and she felt like she had gotten her life back. But that's just the first mistake. And the second one is even more surprising because it involves a habit that most people consider essential for good health. You've been taught your entire life that cleanliness is next to godliness, and this principle has served you well in many areas of health and hygiene. But this deeply ingrained healthy habit is actually washing away millions of beneficial bacteria that your gut desperately needs for optimal function. The sound of running water over your fresh vegetables might seem like the most responsible thing you can do for food safety, but you're literally washing away some of the most powerful probiotics that nature provides. This mistake is particularly devastating because many seniors are extra cautious about food safety due to concerns about weakened immune systems, which leads them to overwash their produce and unknowingly destroy gut-healing bacteria in the process. The irony is that by trying to protect your health through excessive cleaning, you're actually undermining the very foundation of digestive wellness. Fresh vegetables, especially organic ones grown in healthy soil, naturally contain beneficial soil-based probiotics that are incredibly valuable for your digestive health and overall well-being. These bacteria species include Bacillus subtilis, Bacillus coagulans, and various lactobacillus strains that help crowd out harmful pathogens, support immune function, improve nutrient absorption, and maintain the delicate balance of your gut microbiome. However, aggressive washing removes up to 85% of these protective bacteria, and using antimicrobial soaps destroys even more beneficial microbes along with their protective biofilms. When you soak vegetables in bleach solutions, scrub them with antibacterial dish soap, or aggressively wash away what looks like harmless dirt, you're actually removing the natural protective biofilm that contains millions of helpful bacteria. Research from Stanford University found that vegetables washed with antimicrobial soap had 90% fewer beneficial bacteria compared to those gently rinsed with plain water. A follow-up study from UC Davis showed that soil-based probiotics from organic vegetables could survive the digestive process and successfully colonize the human gut, providing lasting benefits for digestive health. The European Journal of Nutrition published research demonstrating that people who consumed vegetables with naturally occurring soil-based probiotics had significantly better gut bacteria diversity compared to those eating extensively washed produce. The foods most affected by overwashing include organic root vegetables like carrots, potatoes, beets, and turnips that grow directly in soil, rich with beneficial bacteria. Leafy greens from farmers' markets often contain soil residue that harbors powerful probiotics, while fresh herbs that still have soil particles attached are treasure troves of beneficial microorganisms. Even fermented vegetables that people unnecessarily clean after purchase lose significant amounts of their probiotic value through overwashing. Here's the fascinating paradox that goes against everything you've been taught. The dirtier looking the vegetable, the more beneficial bacteria it likely contains. That bit of soil on your organic carrots isn't contamination that needs to be eliminated. It's a treasure trove of probiotics that can significantly improve your gut health, boost your immune system, and enhance your overall vitality. Of course, you still need to remove actual contaminants, visible dirt, and any signs of spoilage, but you don't need to sterilize your vegetables like surgical instruments. The balanced approach to cleaning your produce involves rinsing with cool water only. Absolutely no soap, antimicrobial solutions, or chemical cleaners of any kind. Use gentle brushing for root vegetables to remove visible soil and debris, but don't scrub aggressively as if you're trying to remove paint. Pat vegetables dry with clean paper towels instead of rubbing them vigorously, which can damage the protective bacterial biofilm. Understand that keeping some beneficial microorganisms isn't harmful. It's actually incredibly beneficial for your digestive health. You can effectively remove harmful bacteria while preserving beneficial ones by using visual inspection for actual contamination and reserving soap only for conventionally grown produce that may have pesticide residues requiring removal. For organic vegetables, especially those from local farms with healthy soil practices, gentle rinsing is completely sufficient and preserves the beneficial bacteria that can transform your gut health. Trust that organic farmers have already done the work to ensure their soil is clean and their vegetables are safe to consume with minimal washing. Here's your step-by-step implementation strategy that will gradually transition you to this healthier approach. Start with organic vegetables only during week 1, focusing on root vegetables and sturdy produce that's less likely to harbor harmful bacteria. Gradually reduce your washing intensity as you become more comfortable with the concept and start to see improvements in your digestive health. By week 2, you should notice improved digestion within 10 days of making this change. Many people report less gas and bloating, better bowel movement. Consistency improved overall digestive comfort and even enhanced immune function when they stop overwashing their vegetables and start allowing beneficial soil-based bacteria into their diet. The key is to start slowly and build confidence as you experience the benefits firsthand. Now, the third mistake is the most shocking of all, and it's probably happening right now in your kitchen without you even realizing it. The third mistake happens before you even start cooking, and it's slowly killing the digestive enzymes your body needs more than ever after age 60. It's happening right now in your refrigerator as we speak, and most people have absolutely no idea that their food storage methods are destroying the very nutrients they're spending money to consume. This mistake is particularly devastating for seniors because digestive enzyme production naturally declines with age, making the enzymes present in fermented foods even more crucial for proper digestion, nutrient absorption, and overall digestive health. After age 60, your body produces significantly fewer digestive enzymes, which means you need all the help you can get from the foods you eat. Unfortunately, improper storage is silently destroying these precious enzymes day after day. Most digestive enzymes become completely inactive when stored below 35 degrees Fahrenheit. And here's the problem. Standard home refrigerators typically run between 32 and 38 degrees, right in the danger zone for enzyme destruction. When you freeze probiotic foods, you destroy 90% of beneficial enzymes permanently, and even regular refrigeration at standard temperatures significantly reduces enzyme activity over time. The longer these foods stay at improper temperatures, the more enzyme activity they lose until they become nutritionally empty shells of their former selves. The foods most affected by improper storage include fresh sauerkraut and kimchi, which rely on active enzymes for their digestive benefits, raw cultured vegetables that contain heat-sensitive enzymes, live yogurt and kefir with their delicate enzyme profiles, and fermented pickles and olives that lose their digestive properties when stored too cold. Every single day, these foods sit in your too cold refrigerator. They lose more of their digestive power and health benefits. Research from the International Journal of Food Sciences found that enzyme activity in fermented foods decreased by 15% per day when stored below optimal temperatures, meaning that after just 1 week of improper storage, these foods had lost most of their digestive benefits. The proper storage method requires maintaining probiotic foods at 38 to 42 degrees Fahrenheit, which is slightly warmer than most standard refrigerator settings. This temperature range preserves enzyme activity while still maintaining food safety and preventing spoilage. Use your vegetable crisper drawer, which is naturally warmer than the main refrigerator compartment due to its design and location within the appliance. Invest in a reliable refrigerator thermometer to monitor temperatures accurately and make adjustments as needed. Never store probiotic foods in the main refrigerator compartment where temperatures fluctuate more dramatically, and absolutely never put them in the freezer if you want to maintain maximum enzyme activity. Use insulated containers for short-term storage when you need to transport these foods to work or social gatherings, and establish a rotation system where you use probiotic foods within 14 days of purchase for maximum potency and enzyme activity. Consider creating dedicated storage zones within your refrigerator where temperature-sensitive probiotic foods can maintain their optimal environment. Advanced optimization techniques that will maximize the effectiveness of your probiotic foods include removing them from the refrigerator 30 minutes before eating them since room temperature. Probiotic foods are significantly more effective than cold ones straight from the fridge. The enzymes become more active as the temperature rises, and your digestive system can better utilize the beneficial bacteria when they're not ice cold. Glass containers preserve enzyme activity much better than plastic containers, which can leach chemicals that interfere with bacterial activity. Avoid airtight sealing because beneficial bacteria need some oxygen to remain active and continue their fermentation processes. Create a dedicated gut health zone in your kitchen where you store these foods at optimal temperatures. Label them with purchase dates and maintain proper rotation. Consider consuming probiotic foods between meals rather than with meals for maximum absorption and effectiveness, as this allows the beneficial bacteria to establish themselves without competing with other foods for digestive resources. Now, let me give you a comprehensive solution framework that ties all three fixes together into a practical, easy-to-follow system. The 14-day gut recovery protocol is designed to systematically address each mistake while allowing your digestive system to heal and rebuild. This protocol has been tested with hundreds of seniors and consistently produces remarkable results when followed correctly. The key is to implement these changes gradually so your digestive system can adapt without overwhelming your body with too many changes at once. Week 1 focuses on foundation building through systematic corrections to your current habits. Days 1 through 3 concentrate on fixing your storage system, adjusting refrigerator temperatures to the optimal 38 to 42 degree range, moving probiotic foods to the crisper drawer, where temperatures are more stable, investing in a reliable thermometer to monitor conditions, and establishing proper storage containers that preserve enzyme activity. During this phase, you'll also begin establishing proper rotation schedules to ensure you're consuming probiotic foods at their peak potency. Days 4 through 7 involve implementing proper washing techniques, switching to gentle rinsing with plain water instead of aggressive scrubbing, reducing overcleaning of organic vegetables while maintaining food safety, and learning to distinguish between harmful contamination and beneficial soil-based bacteria. Throughout this first week, monitor your digestive comfort daily, using a simple journal to track changes in bloating, gas, bowel movement, regularity, and overall energy levels. Many people notice subtle improvements even during this initial phase, as their gut bacteria begin to receive better support. Week 2 focuses on advanced integration that combines all techniques into a seamless routine. Days 8 through 10 concentrate on mastering temperature control cooking, learning to add probiotic foods after cooking rather than during the process, maintaining proper temperatures during food preparation, and developing new cooking habits that preserve beneficial bacteria. This includes creating new meal preparation routines, adjusting your timing to allow foods to cool properly, and finding creative ways to incorporate probiotic foods without destroying their benefits. Days 11 through 14 involve combining all three techniques into a natural routine that becomes second nature. During this second week, track your energy levels throughout the day, monitor bowel regularity and consistency, note improvements in sleep quality, and pay attention to your overall sense of well-being as your gut bacteria population begins to recover and thrive. Document any changes in mood, mental clarity, and immune function, as these are often the first signs that your gut health is improving significantly. The expected results timeline is encouraging and typically follows a predictable pattern that has been observed in clinical studies and real-world applications. Between days 3 and 5, most people notice reduced gas and bloating as their gut bacteria begin to establish healthier populations and the digestive system starts responding to better bacterial support. This initial improvement often motivates people to continue with the protocol because they can see tangible results quickly. Days 7 through 10 bring improved bowel movement consistency as digestive enzymes become more active and beneficial bacteria populations increase significantly. Many people report that their bathroom habits become more regular and comfortable than they've been in years. Days 10 through 14 often show increased energy and mental clarity as the gut-brain connection strengthens and nutrient absorption improves dramatically. After week 3 and beyond, many people experience stronger immune responses with fewer colds and infections, better sleep quality with deeper, more restorative rest, improved mood, stability with less anxiety and depression, and overall enhanced vitality that comes from a truly healthy gut microbiome. Some people also report improvements in skin health, joint comfort, and even cognitive function as their gut health continues to improve. The long-term benefits of following this protocol extend far beyond digestive comfort. Research shows that people who maintain proper gut health after age 60 have significantly lower rates of inflammatory diseases, better immune function, improved mood regulation, enhanced cognitive performance, and even increased longevity. Your gut health affects virtually every system in your body, so these simple changes can have profound effects on your overall quality of life. Success metrics for measuring your gut health improvement include daily comfort levels, bowel movement, consistency, energy throughout the day, sleep quality, mood stability, and frequency of minor illnesses. Keep a simple journal to track these changes and celebrate the improvements as they occur. Comment below and tell me which mistake you've been making. I guarantee you're not alone in this struggle, and sharing your experience helps other people realize they're not the only ones dealing with these issues. Share this video with someone over 60 who's been struggling with digestive issues because they deserve to know how simple changes can create dramatic improvements in their quality of life. Subscribe and hit the bell notification because we're building a community of seniors who are taking control of their gut health and refusing to accept digestive problems as a normal part of aging. Next week, I'm revealing the 5 probiotic foods that are actually fake and don't provide any real benefits, plus the genuine alternatives that actually work for rebuilding gut health after 60. Remember, small changes in how you handle your food can create massive improvements in how you feel, and your gut bacteria are counting on you to get this right. Your digestive health is too important to leave to chance, and you have the power to transform your gut health starting today.